What's up out there, Knights? Welcome back to my channel. This is Toxic, and here we are in Toxic Create mod pack. I am very proud of this mod pack, and I am loving it. Now today we are going to do some basic tutorials to help get you started on some basic necessities. The first thing we're going to do, and it should be something, well, everybody kind of knows, is we're going to start on a nice and simple lava farm. Now, the thing is about this lava farm is I'm going to do it just a little bit different. Everybody knows a vanilla lava farm. Let's see, you got this right here. We're going to go right here, and we're going to put this. It's fairly simple. You know, there's not really much to lava farms. Well, there it goes. Now, I am using, as y'all are going to see, different create things to help, creatify this. And the first of these are going to be these little copycat panels. Now, these things are really cool. And I will showcase what they do in just 1 second. First and foremost, I just kind of want to get them all in place. Now, before I get this last set on the bottom in place, I've got some other stuff I want to do. I don't want that one just yet. I do, however, need this one, because you gotta be really finicky when you place these things. That's why I'm trying to place off one another, because before I actually get into the crux of it, I need to come up here. Now, the thing about these copycat panels is you can click them with any other block and they take on that block's properties. In this case, I'm using the clear glass from the connected glass mod just to be able to really hammer home. Now, what we have to do here, we have to, with lava, to make a lava farm, as you know, everything has to be a source block. So very carefully, we are going to try to achieve that. Without falling ourselves in. And we did just that. We achieved it. Yay. And with the create blocks, any of this stuff you can shift and right click with this wrench and pick it up. Now, normally I would have just used full glass blocks and surrounded this, but that makes it a bit bulky. Now, if you're doing a vanilla lava farm, this is all dripstone, pointy dripstone, and yeah. But, you know, we have it better because we do have create. Now, I want to take this copper casing that I have right here, and I'm going to surround that, and I'm going to surround these little cauldrons right here, because I just love the way it looks. Now, of course, since we've got this all figured out now. Once you get this sorted, you don't really need to be back in there. So, now I'm going to click all this with this clear glass. And unfortunately, I broke one. Because I misplaced it. Which I've got some extra stuff over here just in case that did happen. Since I am trying to work this in survival. And there you go. Nice contained. Of course, you don't want to put something up top just to make sure the lava doesn't shoot out unless you're playing with fire tick off. And as you see, boom. We've already got a little bit of lava. Now, also what we also have that I like to use are these copycat slices. Now, you can put them on top of each other. And they really just become how thick you want it, depending on how many of these slices you use. Now, these are the vertical slices. And I use 2. And then I'm going to hit it again. And just gives a whole copper corner look. Just like that. And there you go. If this was a basic vanilla farm, we would be completely done. However, this is not supposed to be just vanilla. We're supposed to be doing this with Create. So, that being said, we've got to creatify this. So we're going to get the stuff I need to creatify this. Alright, first things first. You want to break down under where you're at now. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I did 6 cauldrons. So I want to dig out an area under this. And really, if you're planning on doing this as a create one, you can lay all this down before you build. You can put this pipe section in first. And then build your farm on top. You don't have to build the farm and then put these pipes in. That's just, again, according to how you want things. I'm going to jump up here. Now, what we got is I need to pull it out of there. And then I need to pump it this way. One more. We're going to put a little pipe right here. And just to show y'all, we're going to cut that right there. When you put a fluid tank, now that pipe's going to connect into this fluid tank. Now these fluid tanks, you can go as big as a 3x3. Okay, I obviously miscalculated. I know I did. Because I wanted this to be 5 tall. And 5 times 9 should have been 45. And I did not. Now, thing about this, yeah, it looks a little ugly. You can come through and you can hit this with the copper casing. Not much you can do about the pipe. But the pipe has to be powered. So by the time you put a cog right there to power it. And then you put a casing on the cog. Well, that pipe's going to be hidden anyway. So. Now if I power this right here. Which I'm going to do. And for the time being. I'm going, I can't because this right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this out just like this. And again, I've got those. Now, me, myself, I like to run things at 128. Now, you see the lava that's built up in here will disappear and flow into here, and this will collect the lava. Now, I like to have a little buffer zone. I like to have a little storage collection to my lava. That way, whatever I'm doing, I'm not dependent on how fast this can make it. If I'm not using it, then I'll store it and have a little bit of a buffer. Now again, you've got to have a way to access this buffer. So you come out with a pipe. And, not a pipe, a pump onto a spout. And I recommend, you can do different things. You can run a belt system under it, but I just put a little depot. We're going to cog that right there. We're going to put another cog right there. And then we're just going to take this little bit of shaft right here and then join the two. I did not need the one right there. Now, if I get this little bucket right here, bingo. That right there will collect the lava. And if I did not need it, I could always just put the lava, if I didn't already put this in. And since I do have extra glass, I can showcase this. I'll get an extra piece of glass. I've done it. I hate smashing it. I got the glass back anyway. If you have extra lava buckets and you have this set up, you can just throw your lava into a cauldron and it will just pump it right back into the system for you. So, but yeah, as far as it goes, this right here is basic. Now, of course, you do not get this creative motor in survival. You have to have your own power set up. And so, there's a few options. You know, starter out, you got windmills, you got water wheels. But the best thing is going to be boilers. And that is what we're going to do now, actually. We are going to make a boiler setup. But, of course, to ultimately do boilers correctly, you need a setup to where you've got lava, which is why I wanted to showcase the lava farm first. Now, like I said, if you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and do your groundwork first. In this case, I'm doing a lava farm. I mean, I don't know why I said lava farm. I'm doing a burner boiler. And I know for this boiler, I've got to have lava. So I'm setting this up. Now, the fact that I know this, I can get my copper casings right there, and boom, boom. I can go ahead and lay the groundwork without having to worry about digging under it. Now, the largest size you can make is a 3x3, because that's the largest tank you can make. Now, these blaze burners, as you show, it says 1,000 millibuckets. That's 1 bucket of lava each of these blaze burners can hold. But with crafts and additions, we have these straws. And these straws give these blazes these unique drinking hats. And now it makes it to where they'll all hold 4 buckets. Which is very nice, because since they'll each hold more lava, it makes it a lot easier to keep them filled up. Now we go for high, just like this. And as you see, it's still a nice and easy fluid tank. However, the second we attach these steam engines, it then becomes a boiler. Now we attach these right here. And just to make sure all the power is connected, I like to just run encased chain drives, connecting all of it. I mean, you could put shafts and run a belt to connect the line completely together, but this way all the power joins into one. And now, as you see, size is good, not really any heat, and yes, we need water, which I haven't got the lava pumping yet because I'm going to let it build up. Now, next situation, as it says, water. And you get two easy options. I'm going to need to get a couple more pipes. That's fine. First option is, quite frankly, you want to make sure you come at least one block out, or otherwise they will try to connect to the side of the blaze burners, and you don't want that. Is you can just do pumps down and create you an infinite source just like that. Now you get your little cogwheel in between the two, and I didn't grab one over there, but I do believe, yeah, hand crank. Now you can start this off by having a little hand crank right here, and you can pump some water into the tank manually. Now there's a little bit of power because there's a little bit of heat. However, it's not going to go too fast. Now, if you don't want flowing water, well, we got something else for you. Well, see, there you go. We have Cooking for Blockheads, which has these little kitchen sinks. And they're not that bad. I'll show you. 5 terracotta, a water bucket, and 3 iron. And these sinks are infinite water sources that these pumps can draw water out of. So, as you see, it can draw water out of and everything. So you're in good hands there. Now, the more engines you have, I mean, there's not much more you can do. 9 on this size is about the best. However, you know, you can put more. Now, the two things you need is you got to connect this lava and you got to connect this water source up to power. And, let's see here. Also, not everybody does, and you won't at the beginning, but sooner or later you'll have access to a rotational speed controller, and as soon as you have access to one, I really recommend using it because it will help out a ton. And certain things like this, it's just according to how you build it, is how much stuff you actually need. And there's really no way to really set that, because it's, again, it's going to be according to how. So I'm going to do a gearbox there, and a gearbox there. Now this right here will run this pipe. And let's see here. We need to manually get this in. That's for sure. So vertical, vertical, vertical. Let's do a cog right there. Now that looks like a little bit of a mess. Now if you notice, if we try to pump it in ourselves, it's not going to work because we've overstressed the system. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that right there. And the best thing to do, if you can, get you a bucket of lava. Thank you. And when you go to kickstart this system, Give one of those blazes a little bit of lava. Get the fire going. And there you go. This entire system is now kick-started. It is a level 9 boiler. And it is pumping out 147,000 stress units. Now this thing's self-contained. As long as I can pump enough lava to keep these blazes happy, it's going to be happy. Now what I can do is take a vertical gear and we're going to take away that motor. Vertical gear and boom. Now this right here is running the lava farm. And it's running at the 128. Now last little thing I like to do, and we're going to see if we can get it. Yeah, we can get it right here. So this little thing right here. Get these little display boards right here. Is do that. And let's encase it a bit just to make it look nicer. Ain't too much you can do about that front one. But what we do is we take these little nice neat stressometers, which again, it takes a speedometer, which is just a compass and an andesite casing, so not super expensive. We can place this on here, and if you read it, it will tell you. But we have these display links. You click this right here. And you set it right here. Let's go line 2, total capacity. And it tells you how much stress we're making. We can click it again. Set it right there, line 3. Stress. It's going to show that. And you can come right here and attach a label. Like I want to do that right there. Hit used. And then we're going to go home right here. Line 4. Remaining. And just, type it out as remaining. And boom. Now this right here will keep us knowing how much power we have. So it's a nice little neat thing. Now since we have a rotational speed controller, we know what speed we're going. If we really wanted to, we could throw a speedometer on here and get another display link. I will just showcase that. And we're going to go line 6. And just hit it at speed. Now, since I did the rotational speed controller, since I did this off this line, it's showing 64. However, if I come right here and do it off of this one, since this is coming off the rotational speed controller, now it'll show 128. So, as you can see, there is a lot going on. It's a little compact. The biggest thing is you want to make sure your lava farm is big enough to keep up with the needs of your boiler. Now again, 147, really might as well say 145, that 2,500, that's just these pumps. That's just all these pumps it's running. And yeah, honestly, if this had blaze cakes or anything else to where the heat was higher, then we could kick it up and get more power. But just running off the lava, that's, you know, pretty good. So there we go. This is a simple lava farm and power plant design. And I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, like, share, subscribe. Discord and sponsorships and Modpack is in the description below. And come back and watch more of these little videos. Until then, thank y'all for being the best part of my day, and I will see y'all in the next one.
One day I will have my victory, crush all my enemies so viciously. Work so hard my hands are blistering, and they will carve my name in history.